Good morning, everybody. Welcome to hopefully a fairly productive day. As you can see, if you look out of my car looks like total crap because of all of the snow and shit from when we were driving. But anyway, I promised I would show off a couple things here on computer yesterday. So let's do it. So let's hear. This was my original final episodes folder on the E drive that already existed. If I refer to the drives by letters, E is the one that was already in the computer. F is the one I just put in. So this is the folder that I'm going to eventually clear out. This is the one that I just had Prelude copy. And as you'll notice, even though everything is not listed in folders here, when Prelude copies something, it copies the entire file structure, which is a really, really, really nice feature. And if I look here, even though these don't have thumbnails yet, if I click on one of them, they actually do indeed play. I don't know why they don't have thumbnails yet, but they work. I mean, not having thumbnails is usually a bad sign, but they're all completely fine. As you can see here, oh yeah, it's re-rendering things now. But as you can see, this is actually good to go. And if I go and I look at if I go here, final episodes, properties. So here's from the E drive. Oops, final episodes, properties. If I look here, this is from the F drive. You will see that they are down to the bytes identical, which means that I can easily delete the what's on my E drive to free up some space. That's the nice thing about Prelude. There is no chance that there's anything corrupted here. It is down to the bytes, the same size. So I can go up and clear up that, because there's about 1 terabyte of final episodes in here. So I can delete that in a moment. But I was also telling people that I was going to teach you yesterday how to delete your media cache, because as you might have noticed at some point, I don't know if I shut it off. We'll close all your Adobe programs first. That's the first step. But then if I go back here and I just make a new window real quick here and go to my computer, you will see that, where's my pointer? Having so much monitor real estate. I am down to 72.4 megabytes of disk space free, so I need to fix that up. So here's where you need to go. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to go in your address bar and type in %appdata %. Just like that, without. Press enter. Actually, I'm going to bring this down to a lower monitor so it's a little bit easier to see. That'll bring you to your roaming folder, and then you want to click on your Adobe. I believe it's in common, and then you have media cache files, and peak files. Now, these 3 folders are what you're going to want to remove. Because if you look here at the properties, your media cache is actually not going to be that large. But your media cache files, that's where most of your crap is right there. That's 113 gigs. And your peak files, if you look here, this is the audio waveforms, are 596 megabytes. So yeah, just right click, delete, and yes, it's going to tell you that that's too big to recycle because there is a recycle limit. And that right there is actually going to be just about it, because I can go empty the recycle bin and get rid of the audio files, but even the audio files aren't that big compared to that. And as you can see up there, I didn't even refresh the page yet, but it's already significantly better. So yeah, that's the safe way. And again, as long as you just delete those folders, you are fine, because as you can see, my profile's still here. You're not going to delete your profile, and all of your programs are going to be able to re-render all of the, if you're working with video or your Photoshop cache or whatever, all that will get re-rendered when you open a file. So it might take a little bit longer for you to load your files, but well, when you're down to 76 megabytes on your drive, you kind of have to do it. That's just the easiest way to do it. So it's done. My drive's much cleaner and much happier now, because I actually turned the computer on to Windows yelling at me because it was low on storage. But also because, let's see here, so let's make sure we're in the right drive. That is not the right drive. This is the right drive. So this is the original drive, E, so we can right click, we can delete this. That's going to tell us, yes, it's too big to recycle, but that's okay, we're going to delete it anyway. We already checked on that, and as you can see, if we go back here, that's freed up quite a bit of my my work drive too. That's fun, right? Well, everything's actually good here. I'm all set up here to edit the last 3 days of vlog footage. My pointer's on the top monitor. Everything's all good and all set up and all fine and all dandy, and as you can see here, we've got the timelines and the sequences all set up, so I can just kind of go back in here, and I'm really happy to be back on PC. Everything is good here. These are these last 3 are the ones that are transferred. Now they're on the F drive again, so that's all good. All of the files are here, and the -1 is the ones that I improved because I updated Premiere Pro on the Mac since then. Or I didn't update the Premiere Pro on the Mac, I updated it on the PC, and the Mac was not updated, so I needed to relink everything, and I had to re-export the sound files, and it was a mess, but it's finally done, and it's 11:18 a.m., which is actually the correct time, because daylight savings time happened last night, by the way, right? We should get food.
We should get food.
It's kind of important.
Yeah.
Well, looking at my to-do list for today, boom, 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 done. Yep. So if we look over here, the 3 vlogs are indeed exporting. All of them are fairly long, and it's going to take a while to do, but you know what, whatever, we're working pretty well. As you can see here, our temperatures are actually doing pretty good. Yeah, the third quarter is a little bit higher than it should be, but it's not the worst. It's still doing pretty good. The highest we've seen is still 73. So it's at least doing fairly stable, and again, we are overclocked a little bit because of automatic overclocking. So yeah, that's not bad. That's really not bad. I'm quite liking it. It's exporting them now. They're all done. So they're all going to go up a little bit later in the afternoon. It is not going to take the 4 hours. You can tell that is diminishing fairly quickly. And it was really just because it was paused so that Premiere could finish working. As you can tell, it is not going in with the remaining time at 1 second. Yeah, it's going much faster than that. Whatever. We're doing pretty well. It's exporting fairly quickly. Yeah, it's done. 3 of them are done. So, I need to get cracking if you look back over here on several things for tomorrow's to-do list. Because there's a lot of stuff on tomorrow's to-do list. And actually, not all of them are actually due tomorrow because, well, surprisingly, actually, due dates got moved back a little bit. But I still want to try to get as many things on that to-do list done as possible because it will be a bad thing to let them all stack up. Because they're already fairly stacked up. It's best to just start getting them out of the way. Let's start working, shall we? Well, vlogs are just about, well, I mean, I'm wrapping up the second vlog now, so I can't say they're just about done, but they're kind of close to being done. But one piece of business that I kind of want to talk about now is a little bit involving the weather, because, well, I mean, as much as I always talk about the weather on the vlog, it's actually kind of coming to a bit of a, supposedly an apex, if you want to believe the weather commissions, but who knows, because, you know, they can be wrong and they can be right, who knows, we shall find out. So, tomorrow night, that is Monday night into Tuesday, there's actually we're in a winter storm warning, not a watch, a warning. Well, I think even starting now, but it's extending until like Tuesday evening, because apparently we could be expecting a lot of snow, anywhere from like 8 to 18 inches. That's a lot of snow. So, well, I mean, the big thing is kind of probably that we're going to have to worry about it at some point, because I don't really know what we're going to do with classes, because it's week 10. So we'll just have to kind of hold on and just see what happens. Yeah, because that's a lot of snow. It's supposed to hit right in that stupid patch of, like, late night to early morning, but unlike the last time when it happened then, this will not be one of the days that that happens, and oh, I'm yawning. This will not be one of the days where that happens and there's no snow, apparently, because apparently there is scheduled to be a lot of snow dumped on us. Somewhere between 8 and 18 inches, as I mentioned previously. And that's a lot to deal with, so just gonna warn you, that's gonna be fun to deal with. Whatever. Well, looking at the vlog channel page here, as you can see right now, if you look down here, we are all up and good, because we're several hours ago now. We're all doing pretty great. All the vlogs are up. If you look over here at Google Keep, you will see that I have worked my way through several things. So I read the 1 PA history article, the second one's not up yet, and then the 3 sociology articles. We're doing really great, and I just might try to work on a few of the journals or something tonight. But one thing right now is that I'm not sure. I saw something go by, but I don't think it was. But you want to explain it, or you want me to explain it? Never mind, you were busy working.
I told you I was working.
Yeah, I know. Okay, sorry.
You're gonna go back to working and listening to metal loudly.
Okay. Just do it. Well, anyway, now that she can't hear me, that's probably not true. She can probably hear me if I scream. But Liz is coming up here with her truck. Liz, for those of you who don't know, as I mentioned the other day, left to go actually get herself a truck. That's why she went back home for the weekend. She is going to come here and park it here for a week or two or so while she gets parking arrangements downtown, I think, because parking here is free. So she's gonna show up here. We're gonna maybe see the truck tonight. If not, I'll show it off tomorrow. But yeah, because she needs a place to park it for a little while. Right, Copycat? Is that right, buddy boy? Maybe we got Copycat. Am I interrupting your dinner? Probably. But yeah, so she should be here shortly. She told me she was leaving. So in soon order now, we will have Liz and a truck. Nova, are you exhausted completely? Probably.
Aren't you anyway? I'm train fast.
I have a dog.
That's actually the ticket you got me.
Yeah. Well, whatever.
Really bad.
Liz is here. Liz dropped her truck off.
Hi. It's a nice truck.
It is.
At some point, I'll have to show you the engine because the engine's fucking immaculate.
And we can look at it on the vlog in the day where it'll be much easier to film. But we need to get Liz back to the train station because the train leaves fairly shortly.
Okay.
We've got like 20 minutes left, so, and it's not that long of a thing.
Oh wait, here's my spare key.
Oh, you do have it. Okay, it's in the basket, so if you wanted to swap it out, we can. Okay, well, welcome back everybody to another car vlog. Let's just do it, shall we? Let's get her done. Now, yeah, so Liz is successfully dropped off on the train. Her car is in the driveway because it's just a good thing for those of you who don't live in a snowy area. Well, there's two reasons to keep your car off the street when it snows. One, it saves your car from any damage that the snow plows might do, and two, you get a better plow job in the process. Means the plows can do more work, means less work for you, and more driving space for everybody in your town and all that fun stuff. So if you're not familiar with it, yeah, pull your cars in because this vlog hopefully will go up just before the storm. So yeah, because we're back to being on time completely. Because did I show off all the vlogs were up? I think I might have showed off all the vlogs were up. They're all up. Take my word for it. So on to more things that need to get done. Well, first off, as you're probably expecting, because Sarah's staying the night and did not go on the train back with Liz, she's staying the night. I already covered that. So that means I need to be up early tomorrow morning to get her in. But the snow is not coming tonight. The snow is coming tomorrow night. As I mentioned earlier, it's going to be a pretty big one. So what does that mean for us, you might ask? Well, I guess us is really weird. I mean, unless it's like knocking out the internet for several days, the vlog should be nearly unaffected. In fact, the vlog might even benefit a little bit from it. Because the vlog is kind of like, I mean, so theoretically, what happens if I have a snow day on Tuesday? Because if it's that bad, I might have a snow day on Tuesday. What's the question? I have no idea. That's the main thing right now, is I simply have no idea what would happen because we're at a week 10. There's no time for makeups. We're at where we're at. And my life is kind of at the mercy of the regional rails, and especially because I took time off just to kind of comfort Sarah last week. I don't really have much time to spare, just because what is happening up here? Not quite certain, but we will just avoid this guy and then come back over on the rumble strip. So, yeah, I don't really know what happened. Now, if I do get Tuesday off, it would be good because that means I can write some of the more papers that I have to write. And I have to actually mention, I think I might have started to cover this, but the dates that I have up for the papers are apparently all inflated because a lot of professors have given a little bit more leeway. Road closed 100 feet or 150 feet. What is this? Do we have to go up tennis? Road closed. We might have to go up tennis, but that's okay. That's what I was planning on doing anyway. Road closed 500 feet. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we're closed up past the thing, or PennDOT left signs up or something. I don't know. But anyway, we're gonna turn up tennis. I have no idea. I'm confused. But anyway, turning up tennis. We are going to go home. Because as I mentioned, I'll probably just relist all the dates for the things need to get done, because I kind of need to focus on that. And actually, there's now nearly nothing due tomorrow, or well, due for Tuesday, but that's beyond the point, because I still would like to get most of it done. So those demanding vlog dates are actually, or demanding paper dates are on the thing, really are only delaying the inevitable. And I'm going to sit down and crunch that paper. So I might try to do a lot of this tomorrow. Anyway, now, what else is on the agenda, you might ask? Well, really, that's about it. My agenda for tonight is really just going to be wrapping up a ton of school stuff, and I'm going to basically make pretend that all of those dates are pretty solid, even though I'm glad we're going to move them in the sheet. I'm going to make pretend those dates are pretty solid, and that they're kind of forces to be reckoned with, and we're going to go from there, because I don't have time to screw around. I mean, I would like to get done with this quarter as soon as possible. And I've been I've been feeling the end of the quarter lately. Also, I tried to make bread before and it completely and totally failed, because the recipe I use is actually kind of bad, because it puts the yeast and the salt together. And for those of you who don't know, that's a recipe for dead yeast. And dead yeast means things don't rise. No bread rising, which so the bread came out very, very doughy. So I might actually try to do another bit of it tomorrow. Just make some more bread. Make us some more bread. We'll see how that goes. But yeah, so because that's not going to get done before, well, I need to go to bed tonight. So, especially with me needing to get up early. Early isn't fun, right? But yeah. So tomorrow might actually still kind of be crunch time for papers, just because, well, shit's still gonna be due. And I'll kind of show you guys some due dates in a little bit, apparently. But oh, look, there's a state road detour. I guess to take people who got shut off by the closed road past there. I think it's open. I'm not sure exactly what, but appears to be open. Anyway, I need to actually turn here. So I need to put on my signal and actually recall the function that I have to go turn my car and physically fit myself into a space designed to hold the car, so that I can, be out of the way and be parked at home. It might be time for me to go get a little bit more shit done. Let's do it. Okay, so I just wanted to update you guys a little bit here. So, I told you earlier that I would show you all what was due of me and when. So in terms of Paper Central, the 4 sociology journals are actually apparently due the 20th, which is next Monday. That is a week from today. But again, I would like to get them in ASAP. The volcano report here is actually due the 21st, because apparently this and this are being moved to finals. And then this is actually due, I think that's around that same time, but I don't have to do this again because it's optional. So if my first one is actually good enough, or my first 4 of them are good enough, then I don't even have to bother. So I'll actually realize that when I get into class on Tuesday. So I want to do a lot of these still. There's a reason that all these are still here. So at least I think I at least want to knock out the 4 sociology things. I at least need to keep doing that. And also, that is now top of the to-do list for Tuesday. Also, fun fact. The storm is named Stella. Our cat is a storm. Anyway. Let me spin you around here and face the screen towards me so I can see my ugly face in all of the camera's glory. How about that one? Now, I am going to get to bed because I've got shit to do tomorrow, as you can see over there. Over there. The monitor. I'm pointing at the monitor. I mean, not that much really, but I'd still like to get as much done as possible. Plus, I'd be up early to take Sarah to the train station, because that is also a fairly normal priority, I would like to think. So, one more week, and then finals week. Week 10 starts 22 minutes ago. Fun.